Hey, what's up everybody? It's me, Verminator. I'm back. What's up my dudes and dudettes? It's been a while, I know, but I'm back and I'm still alive and well. And I got a Minecraft Let's Play going on for you guys today. And I'm not going to be just doing a Minecraft Let's Play. I'm going to be telling a story while do it. Yeah. I'm going to be telling you a story about my time with the encounter of an entitled kid at my school. Now, this was back in high school. Now, if any of you don't know, I actually graduated high school, and yeah, I'm just glad to be out of that place. So this was back in 10th grade, around 2016 to 2017. It was about the time when I was 16 years old. And it was around the time that Sun and Moon came out. Pokemon Sun and Moon. If you don't know what it is, I somewhat pity you, but I don't blame you. Anyway, so it was about the time when Sun and Moon came out. Everybody was like almost playing it in my school. There were a couple of juniors and seniors with their 3DSs out. They were just playing it, and it was honestly kind of weird because I did feel jealous at the time. And as soon as I got the game, I just suddenly stopped playing Pokemon altogether, like throughout my junior and senior years of high school. But not until like late 2021 when I got back into it, thanks to Pokemon Sword. So, it was back at the time when I was a sophomore, yada yada yada, you guys already know that. And I was in my art class, I was just waiting for class to be over, I was working on my project, and there was this entitled kid. Now, when I first met this guy, oh, excuse me, when I first met this guy, I really didn't know if he was entitled or not, but throughout the years when I first met him, years, I'm sorry. Anyways, the first couple of weeks I met him, he was kind of cool at first, but during the weeks he started to act weird, like in class in general. He'd like start throwing stuff at people, like clay or paint, and he even found this X-Acto knife, and that was kind of weird and concerning, and the teacher actually caught him a couple of times with the X-Acto knife, and he was either not sent out of class or he was just let off with a warning. So basically at this time, when this full encounter went through was at the time that Sun and Moon came out. And there was another art teacher in the art wing of our high school, and he entered our classroom, and he went over to my teacher and he asked, "Hey, can I ask your kids some questions? I have a prize that I'm giving away, and some of the other students don't want it because they don't play the game anymore." And our teacher gives him the go to do it because he really has nothing better to do. So he goes over, talks to some of the kids in there, and he asks, "Hey, do you guys play Pokemon X or Y?" And some of them answer no, like they never owned a 3DS before, or they just never played Pokemon in general. Like, who hasn't ever played Pokemon? So he goes around, asks people over and over until he comes over to our table where the entitled kid is, and I am as well. And he goes over to the first kid who's basically a freshman. Just to let you know, they're all freshmen in the class. I'm basically the only sophomore in the class. And he goes over, asks the entitled kid's friend. He's like, "Hey, do you play Pokemon?" It's like, "No, I used to, but I stopped playing." And he just tells him that he just got bored of the game. He's like, "Oh, wait." So he goes over there. He asks the three other, which is me and two other. There's one normal kid and one the other, which was the entitled kid. Excuse me. Anyway, he asked if we play Pokemon X or Y, and we all said yes. So he asked the entitled kid what starter did he choose, and he says Fennekin, because Fennekin's the best starter. Now, I'm not really going into an ethical debate about which starter is the best to go with in Pokemon X or Y. I don't really want to start a debate about it because people just go completely crazy about it, and and everybody just goes nuts, and I don't like to be part of an ethical debate about starters. So he says that he chose Fennekin because he believed that it was the best starter at the time. And he says, okay. And he goes over to the other kid. He asks, which starter did you choose? He says, he chose Froakie, the water type. And he's like, okay. Now, I relatively like Froakie, but he wasn't my starter. You'll see in a minute which starter I choose. So, as soon as he's finished talking with the kid, the normal kid, he goes over to me and he asks, which starter did you choose? And I said I chose Chespin. Now, guilty, I am a grass type Pokemon person, and I do just like choosing the grass types. And it's really technically my thing to do around of types of things like these. Like, whenever I played a Pokemon game, I would always choose the grass type Pokemon. It wasn't really a phase, it was just something I liked to do, and I was relatively used to. So, well, the teacher says, okay, and he walks out of the classroom and he tells me that he'll be right back. And the entitled kid goes over to his friend and says, I'm totally going to win something. I just know there's no way that he can win him. And by he means me, because he really doesn't like me. So I just roll my eyes, go back to my project, and a couple of minutes later, I think it's like 2 or 3 minutes later, he comes back into the classroom, and I honestly got scared or startled by the moment that it happened. And the teacher literally comes back unempty-handed. He brings a Chespin plushie. Yeah, you heard me right. A Chespin plushie. He brings it right in front of me. And the look on the entitled kid's face was priceless. He literally had his jaw drop. And he's like, what the heck? And he's basically just in awe of what just happened. But he has no idea what just happened. He goes to ask the teacher, wait, why does he get that? And the teacher just goes over to him and says, well, he didn't really go over, he just turned his back or his head, whatever, or just turned over to him and said, well, he chose Chespin. Chespin's the best starter. And the entitled kid throws an absolute rant at the teacher saying, but that's not possible. Chespin is not the best starter. I know for a fact because I chose Fennekin, and Fennekin is the best. And we all just start laughing. Me, the entitled kid's friend, and the other student, we just start laughing. And a couple other students saw his tantrum and just laughed. And he was just basically sulking for the rest of the class. But when I looked at his face when I saw the Chespin plushie drop right in front of me, it was priceless. He basically looked like his mouth just completely fell off. So basically for the rest of the class, he just sulked. Well, then he was just really angry that he just lost. But that didn't really end there, considering the fact that he was still ranting in his head, and he was just telling his friends, there's just no way that I lost to some R word, and I'm not really going into, like, the debate about how that word is a no-no word and how people should use it, but I just tell the entitled kid, well, look, you lost, you have to take the L, and if you called me an R word, and if you just lost, that makes you the R word for choosing Fennekin. And it's not your fault, but you still are just throwing this absolute tantrum over of a toy. It's just a toy. And his friends just start laughing at that comment, and they're just basically laughing at him. He basically has his arms crossed, his face is red, and it was hilarious. And relatively, it ended on a decently good note, because because I got something out of it, and I made it entitled angry. But not in a way that in a mean way, just in a way to show him that I'm not going to let him push me around. And that's basically it for this story. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you guys like this little Minecraft Let's Play I was doing, and if you want me to do more Minecraft Let's Plays, just let me know in the comments below, and we'll do some more. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace!